Хорошо. So мы с вами сегодня я буду делать показательный урок. I'm going to do an example lesson. So we are going to pretend that we are 8, 9, and 10 years old, okay? Everybody knows the name of me. I'm the teacher. What's my name? Thank you, да. Очень приятно видеть всех this morning. So it's Sunday morning and we are in class. Хорошо? So thank you all for coming today. I know it's super cold in the morning right now, but we are all here. Before we begin our lesson, what do we need to do? Перед тем, как начнем урок, что нам нужно делать? Молиться. Хорошо. Давайте все встаем на ноги. И у нас сегодня утром Victor is going to pray to begin our lesson this morning. Аминь. Хорошо. Не садимся. We do not sit down because we love to sing and praise God. So today we are going to sing a song, or listen to it at least, about a man whose name was Zacchaeus. Хорошо? Zacchaeus was a wee little man was he. He climbed up in the sycamore tree, for the Lord he wanted to see. And as the Savior whispered, he looked up in the tree, and he said, Zacchaeus, for I'm going to your house today, for I'm going to your house today. Хорошо. Садимся. Thank you very much for actively participating in the song. Okay. Хорошо. So, теперь я хочу у вас спросить вопрос. I want to ask you guys a question. Does anybody know what the word taxes means? No. No, because we're 8, 9, and 10 years old. We don't know the meaning of taxes. If we get birthday money, we get $20. That is our $20 we get to spend on whatever we want to do. But I want to talk to you guys today about taxes. When you are a grown-up and you go to work, you have to pay taxes. These taxes, paying taxes is a good thing because it helps to to have a pretty road. It helps to pay your school teachers. So taxes is not necessarily a bad thing. But I want us to go through an experience today. Let's all pretend that we are grown-ups and we have jobs, okay? And Eric? Yes. Eric is the boss. And мы живем in Sour Patch Land. So the payment is Sour Patch Kids. Вы все заработали по 3 конфеты. You guys all earned, your paycheck is 3 candies. So Eric?
I'm going to share, right?
Yeah, he's going to share. He decided to be nice today and actually give everybody a paycheck. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. We don't live in another country where you don't get a paycheck. So you are doctors, you are lawyers, you are accountants. You work very hard for 2 weeks because you get paid every 2 weeks. You've been working, you've been trying your hardest to earn this paycheck. Maybe there was a birthday party that you didn't go to because you had to work. If you're a surgeon in the hospital, you have weird, crazy hours. And you knew that I'm going to get paid. So this is very hard-earned money. Right now, what are your feelings towards Eric? Good feelings, right? He's pretty cool. He's giving us money. He didn't keep it all for himself. So that's very, very good. And you're thinking, wow, I got my paycheck. What am I going to do with this money? What are you going to do with your paycheck?
I'm going to eat it.
You're going to eat it. Okay. How about you? What are you going to do?
Same thing.
Okay. But this is a paycheck. This is money. You got money. What else are you going to do with your Sour Patch money? Thank you. You're going to buy a car. You're going to trade one Sour Patch for a car. What are you going to do?
Go camping.
Go camping, half of a Sour Patch for a weekend trip camping. Yeah? Yeah, gas money. Okay, find one Sour Patch. Хорошо. But we forgot something. Not all of this money is ours, right? So we have Lila and Mark. Please come up. Everybody loves Eric because he's a nice boss that gives money. Видишь, у него красивый мешочек. Lila and Mark, on the other hand, are our tax collectors. So we all have to give a third of our income to them. So everybody please give one candy to them. Lila, I like how you took Mark's tax money. Ну, хорошо, свои тоже. Хорошо. So right now, you guys paid your due taxes. You paid the money that is due to the government, to the tax collectors. You're kind of feeling a little, but it's not that bad, right? Because you were expecting this. You knew that you have to pay taxes. This is for our school teachers, like we discussed. This for the roads to be well maintained. Lila's looking at her bag. She's like, wait a minute. I'm not going to be able to go on my trip with this amount of money. And Mark is like, psh, I wanted a Game Boy or a MP, whatever, the newest gadget. This is not enough. So they talk amongst themselves. They're like, you know what? We're going to go and collect more money, taxes, but this time it's going to be for ourselves. So now you guys have to give another Sour Patch Kid to the tax collectors. Хорошо, что вы не скушали еще ваши эти деньги, да? Что так... Но было поздно. Хорошо. Thank you, tax collectors. Very, very good job. So now, the feeling that you guys are feeling towards the tax collectors, how do you feel? What are these feelings?
Sour.
Sour, very sour. Are you happy with them? No. Do you want to go out and have dinner with them? No, you want to have nothing to do with them, right? So I want you guys to take this feeling, towards these tax collectors, and we are going to transport into Bible times. So this city is called the city of Jericho. What's the city's name? Jericho. Хорошо. So the time frame when we are visiting the city is when Jesus was walking on the earth. Was Noah at Jericho? In Jericho? No, Noah was way before. Хорошо. Was Isaiah the prophet here when Jesus was walking on the earth? No. Okay, so this is in the New Testament. Jesus is walking on the earth and he's teaching people. And he happened to be in the city of Jericho. What do you guys notice about the city? What's in the middle of the city? A tree, a very big tree. Can anybody guess? Anybody want to guess, according to the song that we sang, the name of this tree? Sycamore tree. Okay, хорошо. That's a good word to remember, sycamore tree. So let's take a peek inside, behind the scenes, and see what's going on in the city. So behind this door, in those times, Jews paid taxes. And it didn't automatically get taken out of your paycheck the way it is here. People had to go to the tax collectors and they paid their money. Do you guys see the stacks of coins? A lot of money. Sometimes it happened that the tax collectors, or the people that pay the taxes, maybe they didn't have enough money to pay the taxes. So these are just regular tax collectors, but there was one dada, one man, who was the chief tax collector. He was the head honcho, the man in charge. His name was Zacchaeus. What was his name? Zacchaeus. Do you guys see как он одетый? Do you see how he's dressed? Yeah, you see the gold chain around his robe. He was wearing a robe. He was very, very wealthy. He was rich. He's the main tax collector, or the chief tax collector. What do you think? Did people like him? No. That's correct. I don't know where my tape went. Oh, I didn't move it enough. Thank you. So, Zacchaeus would sometimes also take money unfairly from people, just like our tax collectors did today. Therefore, people didn't like him. So Zacchaeus, he had a lot of money, he had a lot of power, but there was one thing that he lacked, one thing that he didn't have enough of, and that was height. He wasn't very tall. So let's look behind this picture, this door. Zacchaeus heard that Jesus is going to be walking through Jericho, and he was like, I'm this man, I have all this power, I have money, I want to see this Jesus. I want to see what everybody is, what all the fuss is about. I want to meet Jesus. Do you guys see where Zacchaeus is?
Behind the crowd.
He's in the back. Do you think he could see Jesus if Jesus was in the front? No, because he is so short. Even if he was jumping up and down, he wouldn't be able to see Jesus. So Zacchaeus, even though he was a proud, rich man, a light bulb moment, bing, he was like, you know what? I really want to meet Jesus. So I'm going to climb into a tree. Thankfully, there was a sycamore tree right along the way where Jesus was walking. So Zacchaeus, he climbed up into that tree. And you know what? Jesus took time out of his walk with the crowd. Jesus took time to take a closer look, to look up. And he saw Zacchaeus in the tree. And even though other people didn't like Zacchaeus, they had feelings of hatred toward him, Jesus still took the time, and he looked up into the tree and he talked to Zacchaeus and he said, Zacchaeus, come down. I'm coming over to your house today. Go prepare me a table. What do you think? What did Zacchaeus do? He was like, nah, Jesus, it's okay. I just wanted to see you. No, Zacchaeus actually, he went, on pospishil. He hurried home. I forgot where Zacchaeus lives. Hold on. Zacchaeus hurried home. And приготовил стол. He prepared a table, and he and Jesus had a talk. So other people might have said, oh, Jesus, how dare you? You're talking to a tax collector. He's so mean. He's not nice. He steals money from people. But Jesus had a different plan. Jesus looked at the heart, of Zacchaeus. Jesus was able to change Zacchaeus' heart. And you know what Zacchaeus did? He said, Jesus, he repented. He said, I will pay back if I wronged anybody, if I took money unfairly, I will pay them back 4 times what they gave me. I will help people. So because Jesus loves us, and he took the time to get to know Zacchaeus, he took the time to go and have a meal with him. This man's life was changed. And you know what? Not only Zacchaeus' life was changed, who else's life was changed? All the people that he paid back, all the people that he did wrong to. And it's very important to not always look at one snippet of a person's life. It's important to look at the big picture, because that's what Jesus does. He looks inside our hearts and he looks in the future. He wants us to have that relationship with Jesus. Хорошо? So, what do you think? Would you have wanted to have a relationship with Zacchaeus if he was more fair? Yeah, I mean, he could be a nice guy. He still has a gold chain, but we can figure something out. Хорошо. So, like I said already before, it's written in Luke chapter 19 is the story. But now I want you guys to open up, because everybody brings their Bible to Sunday school. I want you guys to open up 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. Кто первый найдет? You can look it up on your phone, it's okay. So in our Sunday school, we read the NKJV version of the Bible. Если по-русски, it's Первое царство. Кому как это легче. 1 Samuel 16:7. Anybody? Raise your hand. Winner, winner, chicken dinner? No? Yay, we got a winner! Хорошо. Remind me your name? Ella. Молодец, Ella. Here's your prize. Держи. Хорошо. So, Ella, прочитай нам это наш золотой стишок, пожалуйста.
The Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart."
Perfect. Did anybody open it up по-русски? Okay. Хорошо. So this is our golden verse. Давайте все вместе повторим его. 3, 4. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Хорошо. So I know it's almost lunchtime. You guys are going to go home, probably have some lunch with your mama and papa. Let's talk sandwiches today. Okay, what's your name? Alina? Anita. Oh, I had an Anna in my other class. Anita here. Okay. So Anita, what toppings do you like? What condiments? What do you like on your sandwich? Okay. Ham, tomatoes, lettuce. Хорошо, Anita, here's your sandwich. Don't actually eat it. We're pretending, okay? Анита сэндвич свой получила. Давайте еще раз прочитаем золотой стишок. 3, 4. For man
looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.
1 Samuel 16. Perfect. Хорошо. What's your name? Julia. What kind of sandwiches do you like? Turkey, cucumber, avocado. Some bread. Okay. Perfect. Here's your sandwich. Oops, приятного аппетита. Давайте еще раз читаем. 3, 4. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Окей, кто еще у нас голодненький выглядит? Давай. What's your name? Andre, tell us.
I'll go with ham and turkey.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and some celery as well.
Celery?
Yeah.
On your sandwich?
Yep.
Huh.
I like to experiment.
Huh, okay. That's fine. And some bread. Bread is good. Yeah, okay. Хорошо, давайте. Это Андрей очень хорошо покушал. Давайте. 3, 4. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Молодцы, вы очень хорошо выучили стишок. I do want to do one other method just because. So with this method, this would be another method of learning золотой стишок. You say it together, and then we have volunteers. What's your name? Nelly, вытягивай popsicle stick. Okay, how are we going to do it? Oh, sorry, Sharpie on a popsicle stick. Yeah, shout it. Okay, you guys ready to shout? We are 8, 9, and 10 years old. We are shouting золотой стишок. 3, 4. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Okay, one more popsicle stick. Mrs. born in Spokane or Sacramento? See, I had you pegged. Okay, now we're whispering. Okay, you guys ready? We're whispering. 3, 4. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Well, let's see. On that note, let's take a look and see what we remember about our story. So, я приготовила this version of doing this, the lesson. Another way that you guys could do it is also via PowerPoint. I thought this was really cool, but I don't know, maybe you guys already know. But did you know that you can tell a knopka on the PowerPoint slide where to go next? Like it doesn't automatically go to the next slide? Let me show you. So for example, you do here for review, хорошо. So давайте, you guys see in the picture there are numbers, correct? So let's have, what's your name? Anastasia. What number do you want to answer?
2.
Number 2. Why did the working class dislike tax collectors?
Because he would take his money, their money.
They would take their money that wasn't supposed to be given to them, that they would take money unfairly. Correct. Так, кто еще? Давай. What number do you want? 9. Haha, there it is. What kind of tree did Zacchaeus climb? A sycamore tree. Correct. Okay, давай. Eric, what number do you want to answer?
7.
Number 7. Where is number 7? Oh, you see it. Oh, it's kind of hidden there, huh? Okay. What promise did Zacchaeus make when Jesus came to his house?
He promised to give away the money that he actually took.
Yes, he said, I will give back 4 times. If I took money unfairly, я в 4 раза отдам. 4 times the amount of money. Okay. Let's do tax collector. Mark.
3.
Number 3. Oh, we already did number. No, we didn't.
Smart man.
I was like, wait a minute. Let's try again.
9.
We did 9.
6.
What did Jesus say to Zacchaeus when he came to his house? No, before he came to his house.
That he wanted to go to his house.
Yes, he said, go prepare me a table. I'm going to come to your house. Get down from the tree. That is correct. Хорошо. And then tax collector number 2.
Is 10.
10 is the end. So.
8.
Okay. Where is number 8?
Up on the hill.
Oh, нашла. Who does Jesus love the most?
Everyone.
That's a good, tricky question. Хорошо. So, молодцы. Вы очень все молодцы. You guys remembered the lesson very well. Now we will go ahead and do our craft for the day. And then we will go over the практическое применение. We're not actually going to do this craft, you guys. But, this is an idea for a craft. I used a toilet paper roll for the inside. And then я обложила with cardstock, but you can literally just do it with cardstock, depending on if you have 8, 9, or 10-year-olds and how their dexterity is, how good they are with cutting things out. Kind of figure that out with how much prep to do ahead of time. But it's Zacchaeus climbing up a sycamore tree. Хорошо? So it's fun for kiddos. Хорошо? So we take time aside, we do all of that. And then before going home, I want you guys to all pay attention to the screen, and we're gonna look at some pictures here. Okay, so if we look at this picture, who's gonna have the bigger lunch? Who's gonna have the better meal? Which rabbit? The one on the right. This guy, right? Why? Because, come on, it's bigger, right? However, if we take a closer look, the guy with the smaller amount of green on the top actually is going to have the bigger dinner. Хорошо, let's do another example. If you saw this picture of a dog, would you think it's a nice dog that you would want to go play with? No, that dog looks like it's about ready to attack, right? If we look at the big picture, in reality, it's just a doggy with his bone. It's really not that bad. Still don't want to play with it. To each their own. Speaking of animals, how about this parrot? It's cute, right? You know, you kind of think, I wonder if it's one of those parrots that can talk. I don't think it is. I think it's a parakeet. You know, you don't think of, you know, parrots are cute. In reality, this parrot is stealing somebody's money. Okay? Yeah. Definitely. Не своё берут. How about this girl? Do you think she's like психует, сидит like, oh, my mom is making me do my homework. I don't want to do my homework. That, like, you could kind of get those kind of thoughts. You know, I'm sure you felt that way before recently. But in reality, this girl is sad. The other girls are not being nice. So I want us to always make sure that we are looking at the big picture. And just like our golden verse says, that God looks at the heart, right? The Lord looks at the heart. So I want us, when we go home, to make sure that we take time to get to know people, to know the full story, the big picture. Хорошо? And on that note, God bless you guys. Хорошо? But don't actually leave. I was trying to save some time at the. So I do want to show you guys a couple of other examples of what you guys can do. So this is, я сделала kind of like outline of the lesson. Just take one and give the others. So you guys notice the word searches on your tables. I don't know, как у вас в церкви делают насчет homeworks. If you guys do homeworks, like you pass them out every single Sunday, or if you guys have books. But that's an idea for a homework activity. And then another idea, if you guys, depending on how many kids you have, depending on your age, and because with the whole candies thing, depending on your guys' temperament of the kids in your class, you know, every teacher kind of knows у кого как будет получаться, чтобы дети не получились, because it can happen with the candy if the kids are rowdy, that the idea won't quite work because they're just going to eat the candy and then. So another way to kind of do an intro is to do have you guys ever played the game where you have a tray of items? No, you don't take it away, but you have a tray and ты проносишь по классу, and like the kids get, or you can do it this method. I just was flying from California, so I didn't bring a physical tray. You show a picture of any kind for like 20 seconds, and the kids just stare at it and try to memorize however many items they can remember, and then you turn it off and they write them down, and then подвести итог, что, ну, там, how many items did you guys write down, там, кто 5, кто 7, and then you count all together how many items are actually on the tray is 19, and then подвести итог, что if you guys had more time, if you guys took more time to get to know what's inside the tray, do you think you would remember more items? Would you get to know the tray better? Yes. So, to подвести, like to intro in that way, что if we take the time out of our schedule to get to know people, we will get to know who they really are, not just by looking at the 20 seconds of their life. So that's another way that you guys can do that. And then something else. So I kind of asked a question and then I didn't wait for you guys to give me a ответ. Did you guys know that there was a way to do this on PowerPoint? No? It's pretty cool. So my husband showed me this. So basically you put together the PowerPoint and then, so вот эти, I don't know, text boxes можно ставить wherever you want. And then there's a way to add, oh, it's not showing it for me, sorry guys. But there's a way to tell it where to go. So like, No, it's not a hyperlink. Format text effects. Maybe not. Sorry, guys. I was going to show you guys, but my husband didn't do a good job showing me how to do that part. He did it for me, though, so it is possible in PowerPoint. But you basically, когда нажимаешь, it doesn't go to the next slide. It goes to whatever picture you want it to go to. And then you guys noticed when I was doing the повторение, да, like when you hit the home button, it goes back to the home slide. So that's kind of what I had for you guys. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Another way to do повторение, if you guys don't want to do it through the PowerPoint, is if you guys want for your kiddos to come up. Obviously, if you're going to have your kids come up to here, you want this to be lower, right? You want it to be on the kids' level. And I have popsicle sticks with the number of the question, and then that's the corresponding question that they ask, or you ask them.
Where did you get
This?
Yeah.
Well, so the idea came to me, ad Boga. This picture is from online, and I'm not selling it or anything like that, so this is their copyright. But then this, I was trying to find an old, Jerusalem style at the city, and this tree is clip art, and then my friend, she has a programa, and she put it into here, and then we printed it out.
Where do you print it out to make it that big?
So my friend has a machine, but Staples, Office Max, it's a bit more expensive if you do it through them. So if you were to use this kind of idea to print out through them, I would recommend using some kind of picture that can be used for multiple stories. Like for this story, we're opening up these doors, but for a different story, we can open up other doors. Oh, and then the way I did it, so this is the actual picture, and then если видно здесь just a white paper. So I glued them, and then these are Velcro, Dollar Tree. And then in here, onto this white paper, я приклеила, I taped envelope, and in the envelope, I put in the different, the corresponding pictures. And then also something to kind of keep in mind, I don't know if you guys noticed, once you take the pictures out of the hidden spots, make sure to still tape them up so that the kids can still have that continued visual. Чтобы не получилось, что you take out the picture, you show it to them, and you hide it, because that helps them to also kind of get that imprint in their brain, so it's part of the story. And then I made these bookmarks for you guys, just for you guys to have. So, you can take one and pass them on. These are handmade, so they might be imperfect, but this way you guys can remember that the Lord looks at the heart. Of course. Do you guys have any other questions? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have, just dinner будет in 5 minutes, I think she said, lunch. So God bless you guys. Thank you.